Chris, it's been, gosh, it's probably been about a year now, hasn't it? How's it all looking?
It's looking very good. As you will have seen, Taylor has been monitoring it quite regularly. One of the fears that these pockets would fill up with a bit of sediment. That hasn't happened. From time to time you get a bit in there, but it's showing that they're well designed. Also that the sediment load that was ordinarily quite high coming out of the catchment in the hinterland here is decreasing, and that's through active management, City Council and Regional Council, which is excellent. And it also tells you something about the water quality, that things are settling in here.
Any surprises at all? I guess the sediment's one, but any other?
The sediment is a big one. Yeah, the fact that we, even right now in summer, we've had a hot summer obviously, and we've just come through a few marine heat waves, as they're now being called. Exceptionally hot water, 2 to 3 degrees C higher than normal, and that in marine systems is a lot. And yet we're still getting recruitment of algae, which are the start-off points for grazing animals, things that will come along and chew on the algae, snails and things like that. So we're seeing the beginning of diversity there. So before too long, I'd expect oysters and all of the animals that go and feed on those to be coming in as well.
And what's on the horizon for the seapods here?
This is an experiment. It's a brilliant one. It's part of an international program that Tauranga Mai and then us, the University of Waikato, are sort of getting involved in, linked into the Sydney Institute of Marine Science that have similar pods deployed around Sydney Harbour. And that collaboration is going to tell us quite a bit about the sort of what happens in each place, whether there are commonalities, and if there are differences, why that may be, and which systems work best. Here in Tauranga, we're lucky that this is one of 3 fairly unique experiments to have a look at how we can restore diversity and productivity, you know, the workings of the marine environment. The other one is where you actually were involved in looking at the sneezing sponge just a little bit further along. It's the only sponge of its type in the world, and it's now been restored once again on a reclaimed and refreshed rock wool. It's doing extremely well. Fishes are abounding there. And then another one that is coming up very shortly by Deep Dive Division and the Port Company, linked with iwi, is around crayfish habitat and restoring that. So there'll be some massive systems going in and around the port very soon.